Eric Hecker, a former contractor for Raytheon who spent a year at the South Pole, has recently provided a compelling testimonial. He disclosed astounding details regarding a covert space program being carried out in Antarctica. Hecker's unparalleled experience and privileged access to cutting-edge technology at the South Pole Station have granted him invaluable insights that he deems imperative to be disseminated globally. Based in Arlington, Virginia, Raytheon Technologies Corporation is a worldwide aerospace and defense company founded in the United States. By both sales and market capitalization, it is among the top aerospace and defense manufacturers globally. Additionally, it is a major provider of intelligence services. Hecker introduced himself and his work at the South Pole Station as a craftsman and firefighter before starting his testimony. He stressed that the technology at that location, specifically the ice cube neutrino detector, has additional objectives that are not publicly acknowledged. In 2010, he claims to have been chosen to travel to the South Pole Station in Antarctica. He spent a full year there as an employee of Raytheon Polar Services, a third-party contractor for the National Science Foundation. The paperwork he showed revealed the presence of 5,150 embedded digital optical modules in the ice, each capable of transmitting at a voltage of over 2,000 volts. This discovery implies that the neutrino detector has advanced powers that go beyond simply listening and can successfully operate as a versatile directed energy weapons platform. The size and power of the device indicated its potential for employing deep space quantum communications with spacecraft voyaging throughout our solar system and beyond. In an interview with Dr. Michael Salla, Hecker disclosed that each digital optical module has the capability to transmit at 2,047 volts, establishing it as the most extensive phased array transmitter in the world. Upon making this finding, Eric said that he conducted a study and established contact with other researchers within this area, as it corresponds with the ideas they had put forward concerning directed weaponry and communication equipment designed for spacecraft traveling at speeds exceeding that of light. In his opinion, this detector functions as the communication apparatus for intergalactic communication. Dr. Salla says in the interview that he is fascinated by communication and that the time delay in standard electromagnetic transmission can make it ineffective for long-distance spacecraft connection. He inquires of Hecker whether he is implying that the ice cube neutrino detector has the potential to be utilized for quantum communication. Eric Hecker asserts that his extensive research and documentation indicate a strong inclination towards quantum communication. He highlights that he offers the corroborating evidence on his website to validate these discoveries. Hecker additionally emphasizes that his objective is to present the facts and provide evidence for the worries that others have already expressed. Having personally observed the facility, he asserts that there is an ongoing occurrence and he intends to increase awareness and offer a means to reveal the truth. Hecker went on to describe the many roles played by the South Pole Station, saying that it controls air traffic for off-world ships, such as alien and man-made vehicles that release neutrinos. In addition, he asserted that the facility facilitates superluminal communications, a vital component for interstellar travel. The speaker mentioned Gary McKinnon's previous unauthorized access to NASA's systems, where he discovered evidence of a fleet located outside of Earth. Additionally, the speaker said that the South Pole Station plays a crucial role in enabling contact with this fleet. In his ongoing testimony, Hecker revealed a troubling element of the South Pole Station. He claimed that during 2010 and 2011, seismic activity coincided with the initial activation of the ice cube neutrino detector, suggesting its capacity to trigger earthquakes. In addition, he asserted that the South Pole Station accommodates the ELF, extremely low-frequency system, which was previously thought to be inactive but was subsequently found to be fully functional. He proposed that this mechanism, in addition to other technology, is utilized for malicious intentions. Hecker explored an additional captivating feature of the South Pole Station, specifically the Atmospheric Research Observatory situated in the clean air area. The individual asserted that they had observed a potent emerald laser originating from this establishment, postulating that it may serve the purpose of long-distance communication or act as a means of protection. In addition, he expressed apprehensions regarding the power provision at the South Pole Station, highlighting the energy requirements of the sophisticated equipment he observed above what was officially acknowledged. He proposed the existence of either a concealed nuclear power source that existed before the Antarctic Treaty or an undiscovered advanced power system. Erich Hecker's concise testimony revealed the existence of a covert space program being conducted at the South Pole Station in Antarctica. Based on his assertions and supporting documents, it appears that the ice cube neutrino detector has capabilities that go beyond its claimed scientific goals. These capabilities include operating as a directed energy weapons platform, an air traffic control station, and a facility for faster-than-light communications. Hecker expressed worries over the seismic activity that the detector could potentially generate and the existence of a functioning extremely low-frequency system. In addition, he raised concerns about the power supply systems at the facility. This isn't the first time that an earthquake machine has been mentioned. One of the most peculiar reports that surround the inventor Nikola Tesla is that of his oscillating machine that is believed to be able to cause mini-earthquakes within his vicinity that become increasingly more powerful as the machine is left on for a prolonged period of time. Though many claim that the reports are nothing more than exaggerated accounts, the original event was recorded by a reporter back in 1912 after interviewing Tesla, of whom gave a detailed account of his first attempt of testing the machine in practical terms. According to the inventor himself, he brought a small version of his oscillating device, no larger than an alarm clock, and attached it to the steel framework of a building still undergoing construction. After adjusting the oscillator, the building started to tremble, and the steel workers all across the structure quickly came down believing that an earthquake had just occurred. The police had been called shortly after, as an investigation quickly began, causing Tesla to quickly retrieve his device and leaving shortly after. Although many now believe that the story was made up by Nikola Tesla for nothing more than additional media attention, others disagree given the fact that, theoretically, if an oscillating device could match the resonance frequency of an object, it could begin to cause it to vibrate and tear apart similar to that of a violin shattering a crystal glass. The mysteries of Bouvet Island. Bouvet Island, a remote speck in the vast South Atlantic Ocean, is one of the most isolated places on Earth. Officially a dependency of Norway, this desolate island is often shrouded in mist and mystery, earning its reputation as a land of unanswered questions. The mysteries surrounding Bouvet Island are as compelling as they are perplexing, from unexplained shipwrecks to strange geological phenomena. One of the most enduring mysteries of Bouvet Island is the presence of an abandoned lifeboat discovered in 1964. During a routine expedition by a South African survey team, the lifeboat was found on the island's rocky shore. Strangely, there were no signs of recent human activity or habitation, and no records of any shipwrecks or missing vessels in the vicinity. Regrettably, the shore party had an insufficient amount of time to further study their unusual finding. They spent a brief period of time on Bouvet, around 45 minutes, as reported by Crawford. During this time, the men had to perform a reconnaissance of the platform, gather rock samples, and defend themselves against hostile male sea elephants that were displeased by their presence. There was insufficient time to thoroughly investigate the Neuroisa or search for additional indications of life. Considering those limitations, it is highly improbable that the brief search stated by Crawford involved much more than simply walking a short distance from the lagoon in either direction and looking for the most conspicuous indications of bodies or human presence. Furthermore, it seems that none of the future visitors to the island pursued the investigation. Interestingly, the mysterious boat is not mentioned again. However, Bouvet Island was revisited in 1966 by a team doing a biological survey who devoted significant attention to the lagoon. This group determined that the body of water was shallow, had a high concentration of algae, had an alkaline pH due to seal waste, and was supplied with water from the melting ice on the nearby cliffs. However, they made no note of the presence of the lifeboat, assuming it was indeed still there. Alan Crawford appears to be the only person who has shown the least amount of interest in solving the mystery. There was no existing newspaper coverage of the incident at the time, and many who have researched this case have been unable to discover any additional information about the boat or the objects discovered on the coast. There are a few further recent tales of the landing, and oddly enough, no one has inquired about the origin of the boat or made any effort to locate its crew. It seems evident that the boat must have reached Bouvet Island at some time during the 9-year period between January 1955, when the rock-strewn, ice-free area was not present, and April 1964, when it was. The time frame is rather limited, and if the whaler was indeed a lifeboat, it should be feasible to determine its origin ship. Furthermore, the beach party of the Protector observed no indication of a camp or shelter, fire or provisions. Furthermore, the existence of a substantial vessel in a lagoon, situated at a minimum distance of 30 yards from the coastline, implies that it either arrived to the island with a complete crew capable of manually dragging it across challenging terrain, or it was deliberately placed there by a smaller party with intentions of remaining on the island for an extended period. However, except for that, everything else is mere conjecture. And what makes this highly unusual event even more peculiar is that the few pieces of information we possess do not entirely corroborate any of the apparent hypotheses. Undoubtedly, this would be the most striking and amorous interpretation, elucidating certain observations made by Crawford. The presence of the whaler in the lagoon, it was placed there by individuals lacking the means to fasten it securely on land and uncertain if they would require it again, and the proximity of a small assortment of equipment. It is unclear why Crawford's copper flotation or buoyancy tank was flattened, but it seems like the kind of action that a group of desperate men with little resources might take. The lifeboat scenario provides the most plausible explanation for the existence of only one pair of oars on the shore. It is possible that there were initially more oars, but they were lost overboard during a disastrous journey. Despite thorough investigation and multiple voyages to Bouvet Island following the discovery of the lifeboat, the mystery remains unresolved. The island's inclement weather conditions and remote location persistently impede comprehensive investigations, resulting in numerous unresolved inquiries. Who were the individuals present in the lifeboat? What factors precipitated their arrival on this secluded and barren island? And what was their ultimate fate? The forsaken lifeboat on Bouvet Island serves as a representation of the persistent mystery of the ocean and the innate human inclination to venture into and comprehend the unfamiliar. It demonstrates the uncertain and dangerous nature of sea expeditions and the extensive unexplored areas that remain on our planet. With the progress of technology and ongoing research, it is possible that future expeditions will discover additional evidence that may provide insight into this mysterious maritime puzzle. Man claims he found hundreds of monolith-like objects in Antarctica. In the age of digital exploration, tools like Google Earth have opened up the world to anyone with an internet connection. The ability to virtually traverse the globe and scrutinize the most remote corners of our planet has led to some astonishing discoveries. One such claim comes from a man who, while using Google Earth, reported finding hundreds of black monoliths scattered across the icy expanse of Antarctica. This extraordinary claim has sparked widespread interest and debate, raising questions about the nature and origin of these mysterious structures. The story begins with Mr. Davis, an amateur researcher and avid user of Google Earth, who often spends his free time exploring remote regions of the globe through satellite imagery. In early 2024, Davis claimed to have stumbled upon a series of black monoliths in Antarctica. According to his detailed observations, these monoliths appeared in various locations across the continent, sometimes standing alone and other times in clusters. The monoliths, as seen from satellite images, were uniformly dark and rectangular, reminiscent of the monoliths famously depicted in Stanley Kubrick's film. Davis's discovery was quickly posted to various online groups that investigate mysterious anomalies in Antarctica, captivating the imaginations of amateur researchers, ufologists, and curious minds worldwide, who all said that this photograph is evidence that something strange is happening down in Antarctica. The idea of mysterious black monoliths in Antarctica conjured images of ancient civilizations, extraterrestrial artifacts, and hidden secrets waiting to be uncovered beneath the ice. Social media platforms buzzed with speculation, with theories ranging from remnants of an advanced prehistoric civilization to markers left by extraterrestrial visitors. Firstly, the resolution of satellite images available on Google Earth can be limited, often resulting in pixelation and artifacts that may create the illusion of structures that do not exist. High-resolution satellite imagery and ground truthing are essential for verifying such claims. Without these tools, it is challenging to conclusively determine whether the monoliths are real objects or simply anomalies in the data. Secondly, the harsh and dynamic environment of Antarctica poses significant challenges for the preservation of any structures. The continent is subject to extreme weather conditions, including powerful winds, sub-zero temperatures, and shifting ice. These factors make it unlikely for any standing structures, particularly those made of conventional materials, to remain intact for long periods. If the monoliths were indeed real, their material composition and resilience would be subjects of intense scientific interest. Despite these challenges, the possibility of the monoliths being real cannot be entirely dismissed without further investigation. Antarctica has long been a place of mystery and intrigue, with many aspects of its geography and history still shrouded in uncertainty. The discovery of ancient microbial life in subglacial lakes and the existence of large, unexplored cave systems beneath the ice suggest that the continent holds many secrets yet to be revealed. If the monoliths were found to be genuine, the implications would be profound. They could potentially rewrite our understanding of human history, geology, or even our place in the universe. The discovery of ancient structures in Antarctica could indicate a previously unknown chapter of human or pre-human civilization, suggesting that the continent was once habitable and inhabited. Alternatively, if the monoliths were of non-terrestrial origin, it would revolutionize our understanding of extraterrestrial life and contact. In either scenario, the discovery would prompt a re-evaluation of Antarctica's role in global history and prehistory. It would likely lead to increased international interest and collaboration in Antarctic research, fostering new scientific and exploratory missions to uncover the continent's hidden mysteries.